Didn't I say shut up? Bet that rooster will think twice before crowing tomorrow morning. Coffee's ready, guys. Let's start the show. Good morning, everybody. TGIF. We made it through another week, hopefully. How's everybody doing this morning? Let's see who's here to hang and chat. Hello, Miss Betty. Hello, Pinky. Come on, Leanne, wake up. At least one eye. We'll take one eye. How about that? Susan, good morning. Are you lurking at work? We hope you have a great weekend too. And we got Miss Pinky, and we've got, let's see, Heather. Hello, Heather. How are you? TARDIS, good morning. Good morning. I hurried up. Here we are. Hello, Sage. Hi, Heather. Oh, no worries. You can always rewatch. But yeah, I thought Wednesday's show was pretty great. Joe is always a great guest. He's always a good time. And hello and good morning to all the lurkers. Lurk away and enjoy. Let's put this up on the screen. Kapow. There it is. Hopefully everything will work. Let's see. All we can do is keep our fingers crossed. Yeah, that rooster never learns. Never shuts up. Good morning, Pam. How are you? I hope everybody is feeling good. I had a halfway decent night's sleep. Just last night, almost lost an eye, guys. I'm telling you, I'm just a hot mess. It was our yearly trash pickup. So my husband and I hurried up, put the trash out on the curb, and my mother had a swing on the porch, and my father decided to take it down and get rid of it because it was old. And so we put the swing out, and my husband threw out a tackle box. It was full of stuff that was rusty and everything, so he wanted to get rid of it. Well, I wanted to put something underneath the tackle box so it wouldn't blow away. And I set it on the edge of the seat that we had on the ground. And of course, must have been a little too heavy because the swing flipped up and the arm of the swing hit me right below my eye. Holy crap, man. It hurt. And if it was a couple inches, not even a couple inches, maybe like a quarter of an inch higher, it would have went right in my eye. Holy crap. So I got a puffy eye this morning. And it's sore. Good morning, Pomp. How are you? So yes, Sage, how did you weather the storm? Hopefully not too much damage. We had a deluge of rain and thunderstorms last night. It was crazy. Oh, I love a good storm, but hopefully everything is okay and you didn't have too much of a mess. Janice, good morning. Good morning. How are you today? Yeah, so I have a puffy, sore eye. I'm telling you, if it could be done, I do it. It's just the way it is with me. I'm full of summer cold. Oh no. Oh, that sucks. We had massive thunderstorms yesterday morning, Sage. I thought someone had gone nuclear. Oh, geez. Weather has been crazy. Good morning, Demon. How are you? No problems. We're good. Oh, good. Like I said, I love a good storm, but always have. I remember being a young girl, and I would sit in the doorway on a stool and watch the rainstorms and the thunder and lightning. But nowadays, you never know what you're going to get. Pinky, I hope you're feeling a little better. I'm good, thanks, Laura. You sound good this morning. Not too bad. It's a good beginning, even though, like I said, the puffy eye, it's sore. But yeah, I know, Pinky. It's just a hot mess. It's always something. Leave it to me. Just, but all I could think of is thank God it missed my eye, because the last thing I wanted to do was go to the emergency room and have my eye damaged. And I thought for sure I'd wake up with a shiner, but no black and blue, but it's puffy. So I'll just put ice pack on it again today. And boy, they better take that swing. After all of that, they better take it. Because around here, they're real picky about picking up trash. These people drive me nuts in this village. It's bad enough that, you can't just bag it up and put it on the curb. Everything has to be in a bucket, a waste bucket. Well, my father collected a lot of shit over the years. So I still got a lot that I couldn't throw out because I didn't have enough help. We actually forgot. So here at 8:30 last night, my husband and I are dragging these buckets out front. And, and then I get busted in the eye. I know I might have to order myself a bubble wrap suit. It's just ridiculous. I come walking in the backyard. My husband goes, "What are you doing?" I goes, "My face bleeding." So I just got busted in the eye. Someone say nuts. Yeah. Good morning, Alexis. How are you? Witch hazel, I'm out. Oh, I am. So I just washed it gently, and then I sat here working on miniatures and had an ice pack on it because I didn't want it to swell up on me. But it's puffy this morning. It's sore. Oh, good Lord, is it sore? Believe me, if it could be done, I'd do it. So I'm saying, my husband always calls me a bucket ass. I'm always the one that falls down, smash my leg on something, drop something on my feet. If I get something that hurts, that's the thing I hit. I don't know. Is anybody else like that? I just, good Lord, just a hot mess. My doctor increased my prednisone dose, and I can actually breathe a lot better. Yet, different antibiotics. She said the joys of diabetes make things take forever to heal. Oh, geez, yeah, that just stinks. And I know that you were just over it and wanted to be, done, but it just got to take it a moment at a time, I guess. I wonder if thunderstorm and flood warnings. So it looks like most is today's theme. I am well above flood levels. Oh, that's good. Good morning, Cheza. How's Cheza today? It's supposed to be a very pleasant day today. So, seeing I rested the majority of the day yesterday, I'm going to go back out and tackle more of that yard. Hey, Jimmy. Hi, Jimmy. When I got my eyebrow pierced, it seemed like I was always getting hit right in the eyebrow by anything and everything. I know, doesn't that suck? It's like a target. You got a target on your body. Me, I'm just a walking target. And of course, that's, my husband doesn't say, "Well, gee, honey, oh, no concern." He's just like, "Leave it to you." That's what I get. Leave it to you. I said, "I know." Excuse me. Leave it to me to get busted in the face. Parasolo, good morning. So let's see what kind of damage I could do to myself today. Morning checks. Do the morning checks. I'm good. Although I crashed the car coming back from the shops because something. Oh, this idiot on her phone. Did you chase her down and kick her ass? Oh my God, Jezza. People like that, you just want to beat them up. Did you at least scream out the window? Summer colds stink. So hopefully it passes by quick. It's bad enough that you guys are roasting out there, and then you got to have a cold on top of it. Oh, boy. Have your temperatures dropped at all? I think it's only supposed to be 70 degrees today, so I'll take it. Perfect day to get some stuff done. Just like the other day, it was because we were working on the yard and everything, and just everything was a blur. And I just want to get it done, but it's going to take some time. It's hard when you only got two people, 2.5. I don't ask my dad to do much because I don't want him to, but it was our anniversary, and my husband and I forgot. So that, till that night, I'm like, oh shit. Guess what? So yeah, that was totally forgot all about the anniversary. So we didn't celebrate that. She was driving a massive transit van thing, and was so close she could tell what my cervix looks like. I swear. Oh, I would have gave her some kindly chosen words. Such a good job. I'm calm and collected behind the wheel because I could have gave her a few. I would have just rolled the window down. Hello. Well, actually, I'm just being nice right here, but yeah, the F-bombs would have flew. Both of you forgot. Yes, we both forgot. So then I'm teasing him. I said, so what do you get me for our anniversary? He goes, you got enough shit. That's what he told me. I said, nice. I said, okay, I'll remember that. But yeah, we totally forgot. I forget what day it is half the time. And I was sitting down at the computer and it pops up that it was the 27th. I'm like, oh shit. Guess what we forgot about? It's nice here in the north. Still scorcho on bare feet, though. Oh boy. 43 in New Zealand. Yeah, this he told me I got enough shit. I said, thanks a lot. Yeah, thanks, honey. You're so romantic. That's it. I got to trade him in for one that's romantic. So yeah, I spent my evening working on the miniature figurines. I had bought a couple of different ones. I think I told you it was a fortune teller set, and I'll have to show you guys. They're so cute. I really I like the way they're coming out. Well, happy belated wedding, oh, thank you so much, Jess. I guess it's pretty bad when you. Oh, my God! Excuse me. How rude of me. Pretty bad when you forget. It's just too much crap going on. I just would love to be able to sit down and catch my thoughts. Oh, thank you, Pam. It's all right. I won't let them get away with it for the birthday. The birthday's coming up. And it'll be the last of the 50s birthday, so I gotta make a big deal out of it. Let's see, Janice, Laura, y'all got plans for later? Yeah, I'm gonna be cleaning up crap in the backyard. That's about it. It's the fast lane around here. And I'll be, doing all of that. Yeah, there'll be no cooking, no nothing later because I know I'm gonna be dead later. Just trying to get it cleaned up so we can at least enjoy the backyard. And I still got, it's hard during the week. I can't get any help during the week because everybody's working. But I already made messages known this weekend. The rest of the family, you guys get your ass over here and help out. And I get all the grumbling. I don't care. You want to come over and have barbecues and stuff over here? You got to help out. Dog free to a good home. I don't need it. Ugh. I don't need any more animals, any more. I should put a sign on my husband. Slightly used husband, free to a good home. He'll send me, yeah, whatever. How the plan going for the pool? Well, that's the that's the thing. I got to get the yard set up for the pool, and that's what we're working on. Originally, where our old pool used to be, I turned that into a fire pit and seating area. So now I've got to clean that because that's the only spot I can put the pool. So I have to take all of that apart and clean it up. And we have these natural wood cedar benches that we made a long time ago. Those have to be disassembled and moved, and it's heavy because it's thick cedar slabs on log footings, and those I'm giving to my son because my husband goes, "Oh, let's burn them." I go, "I'm not burning cedar. What, you lost your mind?" I said, he said, "Everything his idea, just to clean it up, just set a match to it." No. So we take those apart, and we got to move. We started moving those. My son's going to take those for his yard because he's going to install a fire pit in his yard. So they'll be perfect for that. And then but all of the pavers that we put down, I can't even pick those up. Those weigh a ton. My son is the one that helped me get those in there. Those are going to stay in place. And then we're just going to level that off and then put the pool right on top of those. But in the meantime, I've still got the shed roofing crap is all in the way. We've got to put that together. There's saw horses and workbench. There's all kinds of crap that has to be moved. And oh my God, it's just sucks. So it's, and now, like I said, it's just been me, and my husband's kind of helping, and my dad's puttering around, and just, so it's a little at a time. It's the best I can do. Only slightly used husband. You've been playing hard to get. No, Pop, I pretty much, I wore him out. So I used up everything he had. That's why he's always telling me to get away. Get away from me. Actually, he breaks my balls, always tells me to get a boyfriend. I said, well, if I get a boyfriend, you can't stay here. I got to get rid of you. Thank you, Pinky, for putting that up. Yeah, go check out the merch if you guys want to. Get yourself a little Brewster Rooster. And of course, all of the damage that, I did to my face, somebody took the tackle box. Because we got people that drive around and go trash picking. And so they hit the jackpot because the tackle box was full. My husband didn't want any of it because it sat out all winter, and the stuff was rusty. But there was a lot of, artificial lures and stuff in there. And I said, "You sure you don't want it?" "No, I don't want any of that." So somebody hit the gold mine because they'll clean that stuff up and they'll use it. And it was one of the big, huge tackle boxes. They had multiple compartments and all that. So, oh yeah, it was a big win for whoever took that home. Pinky, I wouldn't want a new husband. Mine's already trained. Oh God. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I don't know if I'd want to. Yeah. Excuse me. The morning choke fest. Hopefully, someone got it that needed it. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. They like I said, they hit the gold mine. Because I told my husband, I said, "Well, no, all you gotta do is just clean it up a bit." It was the thing was full. I mean, it had 5 drawers in it. I had a top compartment, had a side compartment. All of yeah, he didn't know. Just get rid of it. I don't want it. Okay. Only thing he took out of it was the sinkers. Oh, and I took out the bobbers. I go, don't throw those out. Yeah. So yeah. I was TS. I'm glad you think you're independently wealthy. You could just trash shit. But he doesn't want to be bothered. So okay. So yeah, somebody hit the jackpot last night, and I'm actually surprised that nobody took the swing because we have people that come around and collect metal and take it in and for the money but no, nobody touched that. Nobody wanted the death swing that smacked me in the eye. And yeah, you're right. I don't know. It takes a lot to train a new one, so just keep the ones we've got, I guess. Good morning, Michelle. How are you? I didn't actually throw out everything I wanted to throw out. So, and this year, our village is being really cheap, cheap bastards. We're only getting one trash night this season, and that was it. So now I'm going to have to get a dumpster to get rid of the rest of the crap that has to be gotten rid of. Yeah, put too much effort into the training. At least best be getting some insurance so you can keep your boy toy. Oh. For not. No, I want somebody to. I want somebody to cater to me now because I've always catered to my husband. Now it's my turn. So yeah, if I got another one, yeah. Let's see. In another year from now, he'll throw blame when he can't find it. That's exact. He'll say, yeah, exactly right. Well, actually, it sat out. I was outside it on the table for a year. I'm like, you gonna put that away? Yeah. Never put it away. Sat out in the snow. So when we moved, it was full of water when we moved it. And I'm like, oh my God. So when he wants to go fishing again, whenever, so now I have to go buy different stuff. Just like we have the patio set that we've got is old, but the umbrella for it is only a year old. And I'm getting rid of the table, which my son can. That's metal and wood. My son could take that to his work and throw it in the dumpster in the metal thing. He goes, "Well, throw that umbrella out too." What do you mean throw it out? It's only a year old. He's giving me crap about that too. I said, "Would you stop throwing out my stuff? There's nothing wrong with it." He was just in a mood. Just in a mood. Husband here threw stuff in the skip we hired. Next year, he accused me of misplacing a particular thing. It's because they forget. Where you get my father who don't throw out anything. That's why I got all this shit in the backyard. And then he says, "Well, I didn't do all this." Well, no, Dad, it was the garbage fairy just come along and dumped everything in our yard. But you didn't do any of it. None of it belongs to you. Then I go to throw it out, and then he gives me shit about that. I said, "Oh, come on, give me a break." So a lot of times I throw stuff out on a sneak, because My father ain't gonna miss it. And then later when he goes looking for it, oh, hey, this piece of pipe. Oh, I don't know what happened to it. You only got 10 other pieces of pipe out there. Pick one of those. That's why no one is allowed to throw out anything in my troll hoard. Only me. I mean, if it has a use, I can understand it. But oh my god, my father holds on to too much stuff. So I always got to rearrange it, clean it up. And that's what I told him. I said, I'm going to clean this yard up again. I says, and if you guys screw it up, boy, I'm going to start kicking some ass. I had my yard looking beautiful, and it took one season when I started getting really not feeling well, and we had a really hot summer. I says, I can't go out and do anything out there, and it's turned into crap. Now I got to do it all over again. Good morning, Carla. How are you, sweetie? Oh, yes. The old, you got stuff to throw away, don't you? No, I keep what's needed. Well, see, the thing is, the beauty of some of the other side of the coin of that is because if you need something and it's something that's old and you can't find parts for it, my father's got it. So, I mean, that is a bonus. But, oh my God, I'm going to have to get a dumpster because when my father passes, you guys have no clue. My basement, and that's his area, he knows where everything is. I go down and all I get to see is mess. It's just, oh my God. So, and even he himself said, he goes, well, we should get a dumpster. I said, gee, you think? I call him a low-grade hoarder. It's terrible. Good morning, Sarah. How are you? So, yeah, and a lot of the stuff he's got down there is a lot of electronic stuff and crap like that. And I always tease him. I said, he's got his own Sears and Roebuck downstairs. You need a tool, he's got it. You need a part, he's got it. It's just, oh my God. That happened with my grandpa, Laura. My papa saved everything. They do. My father's got old radios, old televisions, the old telephones. Oh my God. I'm thinking, why are you saving this stuff? Well, you never know. Yeah, you're right. You never know. Let's say if it only could happen here. I just tried to clean the shower again. My knees said no. Yeah, the body just is not willing. The spirit's ready to rock and roll, but the body's like, what the? I don't think so. That's me. Well, that's why it's taking forever to do the yard because I get out there and I'm all ready to go and I start doing stuff and got to sit down. I'm starting to feel sick. So you move one thing or a few things, and it was sad because I was trying to do the weed trimming, and I did that for not even 5 minutes because that thing kicks my ass. About 5-10 minutes the tops, and then I got to sit down for 15, and then my hands are shaking, and I think I'm just sad, a sad old bag. Lord, that's how I am. I could tell you just about everything I put away. Can't find a darn thing if someone else moves it. Oh no, my father knows if somebody's moved it. Because they'll say, well, who was down cellar and did this or did that, or who was in the office? And we moved this today. Anybody else would look and say, oh my God, this is a mess. It's really not. It's just he's got a lot, but he knows where it all is. Laura has Radio Shack in her basement. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I'll tell you, it'd be an electronic nerd's dream down there. When I was talking about it before, and for like Friday, and who else was on the show? I forgot who else was talking about it, and they would just love it. Oh, it was Kenny. I was talking about the stuff he's got down there, and they're like, oh, and I go, well, when he goes, if I can't sell the stuff, I said, I'll pack it up. You guys come pick it up. Because there's no reason for me to keep it. I don't do electronics. So it's worthless to me. Yep, organized chaos. Yep. Yeah, the same thing when I went to Virgil did a big kitchen clean. I looked all over for my soup pot. Finally found it by the wood stove. Really? I know. And I can't really bitch because I'm the same way with my craft shop. I've got stuff all over the place, which I need to get into that and clean that out and get rid of that stuff. But I know where everything is. Because my husband goes, well, I'm looking for this tool or I'm looking for that. And I'll say, okay, it's on the third shelf to the left and that's where it is. But if he uses it and then he never puts anything back, so then I got to go searching for it. I was actually bitching the other day. He was looking for a hammer. He took all of his hammers. They were up at the work site. And I says, well, I don't know what you did with my hammer. I says, because it's not where it's supposed to be. I said, so you used it and put it there and left it. And so we had to go, I found it. But I says, you know what? I got to get myself a whole another set of tools and stuff them up my ass so I know where they are, because you never put anything away. French vanilla coffee. Yummy. So, yeah. It doesn't take much to use something, and then when you clean up, you just put it back. I think that's pretty simple, but my husband will use it and then set it down and walk away, and then, where is it? I don't know. It wasn't my day to babysit your stuff. People that move and have zero idea where it is afterwards. I want a shirt that says it's not OCD. It's put it away where it belongs. Yeah, I know. I don't recommend storing tools in your butt. No, it's the only place I know ain't nobody going to be touching, Jimmy. So at least if I need it, I know where it is, right? Now, when he'll come into the studio. I said, don't even look around here. Don't touch nothing. There's nothing in there for you. He calls it my ghoul room. I have glass jars of powders and herbs. I have drawn for them. If D helps me clean up after dinner, he puts the jars anywhere. I can't find them the next day. Yeah, because everything, there's a place for everything. And when they move it around, I know if I'm looking for something like in the kitchen, my husband's got a bad habit. If I left it on top of the stove, he puts it inside the oven. So, I'll be looking for something. I'll think, oh, wait a minute, let me check the oven. And there it is. That's his go-to. Everything gets shoved in the oven. I said, stop putting stuff in the oven. Because how many times I've just turned the oven on and all of a sudden I start smelling something and thinking, what the hell is baking? And I open it up and there's a pan in there and I think, I'm great. Oh, jeez. I know. I can't say it's a guy thing because not all guys do that. Some guys are very, very organized on where they put their tools. And my husband just uses it and then sets it down. And he's got a reciprocating saw. You can't find it. He don't know what he did with it. I said, I don't know. I didn't use it. Yeah, put it back where you found it. How hard is it? I know, really. And then if I bitch about it, oh, yeah, whatever, that's what I get. Well, okay, the whatever is now you don't have it, so I don't want to hear about it. Someone threw away my pepper grinder because it was empty. Oh God. Did you tell him, hello, you refill those? I have a lot of things on the counter so my mom could reach it from her chair. When he cleans, he puts them up. Who knows where I can't find. Oh, God. And you got to tell him, stop doing it. Of course, I don't like to have a lot of stuff on the counters. I don't have that much counter space as it is. So, but I see you put it there so your mom can reach it. But usually my counters they're cleaned except for the stuff that's supposed to be there, like the canning jars and stuff like that. But My husband puts everything all over the counters. And I'm like, oh, to clean this shit up, I got to have the workspace. And then I do have a lot of stuff. So as he says, I have enough shit. He gets disgusted that they are left out. And I try to tell him it's so she doesn't try to stand up and falling down. Oh, yeah, I guess 5 minutes later he complains again because they don't pay attention. They don't pay attention, Sage. That's why I said if I ever win the lottery, we don't really need a lot. I said because we pretty much have everything that we need. I mean, there's always things that you want, but as far as need goes, we don't need anything material. So it always cracks me up when people win large amounts of money or get large amounts of money and then they're broke. Well, what the hell did you spend it on? You know, crap. And it's usually what it is. Yeah, when the peppercorns arrived in the groceries, it was gone. Oh, jeez. And I would have said, okay, whoever threw it out, now you go buy another one. You got to replace it. Then perhaps he should be jumping up to get her everything. There you go. There you go. That's what you tell him. Say, well, seeing that you put it all away, now she needs it, you go get it. And see, it was the exact opposite with my mother, you know, because of the dementia. She used to take stuff. My mother would steal her own stuff. It used to crack me up. We had to take all of the silverware out of the silverware drawer because she would take it and hoard it in the bedroom. She went through stages. It was really strange. Save the weirdest stuff. Or she would hide it in the plants, in the potted plants in the big window in the living room. My father goes, well, where? I go, let me go look. And I would find silverware and everything in the plants. Poor plants. But most of it she would hoard in the bedroom. And I'd laugh at her. I'd say, you know, you're stealing your own silverware. What are you doing? And she'd look at me like, what? So my father used to have to we used to have to hide the silverware. So then when you'd have a holiday come up, well, you got to get the silverware out. My kitchen is a tip. There's dried flowers, hanging painting jars, pots, the biggest tea caddy you ever saw. I also have a 4-foot fish tank in there. It's my workspace. Nice. 4-foot fish tank. Wow. Silverware hoarding was my kid's favorite. My son would have stuff in the bedroom too. I'd say, oh, you want to bring all the dishes out? Problem is, he's outside most of the day. When she tries to get it, if I'm not paying attention, she will try to get it by herself without asking for help. Totally get that. Yeah, I totally get that. Oh, because she still wants to be independent and do for herself, but it's hard. Magpie, yeah, yeah. Oh, my mother would steal everything. It was, but she had a thing for silverware. It was, like I said, the dementia affects everybody differently, and she just had her thing with the silverware and wadded up tissues. Oh, jeez. We'd find food in the plants. The poor, like I said, I'm surprised the plants survived. I leave a set of silverware and the spices she uses most in a bowl, plate, cup, so she doesn't have to stretch to get them. Yeah, you see, you got to do that, and you know, guys aren't paying attention. They're just saying, "Oh, this is a mess." No, it's convenience for them. So. Says you could put an area just for her stuff, and anyone moves it, it's pretty possible. Yeah, it's smacked. Good morning, Cynthia. I didn't see her sneak in. Did she sneak in on us? Oh, I just hit my eye. This spot is so sore. My paternal grandma would hoard everything when her dementia case. Yeah, it'd be the weirdest stuff. That and like I said, it went through stages, and then each one was different. I mean, she went through a stage where we had to watch her because she always play around with the stove. So I had to get the child knob things for the stove so she couldn't turn it on. It was different all the time. It knew every day was something new. But I made it in time just to listen in. Okay, that's fine, Cynthia. Busy. What are you up to today? Are you remodeling something else? Busy girl. What did Jimmy have? Did you have something good for breakfast? I'll eat at some point today. I'll get around to it. I just don't want to get too freaking lazy because, like I said, I want to get out there and seeing it's cool because the temperature is supposed to shoot right back up next week. So I want to get the majority of what I didn't get to do in the yard finished or somewhat finished. There's still, I mean, I got a bunch of, because the fire pit area, we got a whole shit ton of wood that has to be, it needs to be split, but I'm not doing no wood splitting today. I'll leave that for my sister or my son. I think my days of wielding an axe are over. That's got to be restacked and redone. A lot of it's just little things here and there, but it's just a lot of little things. I'm not eating yet. No, I usually eat after my walk. Most of the time I skip breakfast unless it's the weekend. And then by the time I get done with what I'm doing in the morning, it's lunchtime. So I'm still working on my house in the woods. Yes. Today's project is replacing outlets and light fixtures. Oh, nice. Nice. I love a good light fixture. It's in the 80s all week here. Yeah, we're supposed to get back up into the 80s too. So today is only going to hit 70. I said this is a perfect day to get back out there and get some more stuff done. Because it'll take me all day. And by the time I'm done, I'll be dead. And I'll be hanging out with you guys all later and moaning and groaning. Jimmy, I'm doing the no pants dance over here. Actually, it was funny. I was thinking of that song when I was doing the show with Joe because it was so hot in here. And of course, we were working all day. And so I didn't do my hair. I didn't have any makeup on. And it was hot in the studio here. And I like, screw this. I don't have the camera on. I had no shirt on. And that's when I was thinking of the no pants dance. And it's I warned Joe ahead of time. I said, it's going to be Avatar. I said, because this is how I look, and I'm not going to have a shirt on. He's like, oh. I said, and ain't nobody going to see that either. So my husband's like, you did the show in your bra? I said, well, nobody saw nothing. I said, it's hot in there. Because I don't have any air conditioning in here. So, but yeah, that's what popped into my head. The no pants dance. Jimmy's corrupted us. I mean, if you have no pants on when you're doing a show, nobody knows because they can't see below the desk. So, a little different when you got no shirt on. Of course, it's the internet. Half the people on here are bare ass anyway, so it wouldn't have made a difference, right? The summer clothes at most, well, unless I absolutely have to go out. I'm like, moo. Yeah, usually I have like a sundress or something on, but I didn't have time to do anything. We just got in. I washed up really quick. And I'm like, oh, screw it. I'm just going to go in there. No picture. I popped into sex yesterday, just as death required him. sing the no pants dance, and I thought that was pretty cool. Oh, I can't have the volume up when Seg has a singing show because my dog howls. She hears Seg singing and it disturbs her, so I have to keep the volume off. I haven't told him that, but don't want to hurt his feelings. But my dog's not a fan. Cloudy cool here this morning and lots of standing water. It rained for 4 hours. Wow. So yeah, you got one hell of a storm. Well, good. Hopefully it filled up a lot of things that were drying up. Poor thing. I know she just because sometimes I'll let her sit in here, and it's when he's got a singing thing. I go, oh, God, shut the volume off because the dog just don't like it. And like I said, I never told him because I didn't want to hurt his feelings. I remember the first time she did it, I'm thinking, what the hell's the matter with her? And I'm like, oh, it's Seg singing. She don't like it. It's freaking hilarious. I said that Seg can empty a room quickly. He disturbs the animals. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I could just say she's a fan and wanted to sing along. She's joining in. They don't make it sound better. Good idea, fam. Hey, Julie, how's it going? My cat will run out of the room once. Cat's probably thinking, what the fuck? I'm out of here. Excuse me, that's freaking hilarious. I don't think would be hurt by that. He seems to be self-aware. Yeah, he's pretty rough. Well, you know me, Jimmy. I don't like to hurt anybody. So that's why I turn the volume off, or I kick her out of the room and close the door, and then I'll turn it up low. I know, maybe he'd find it funny. Stark is not a Seg fan. Oh, geez. Not having it. I think he does at least half of it. I think so too. I think he likes to exaggerate. Yeah, I think he does it on purpose too. Some huskies do join him when he sings. My neighbor has them and doesn't know why his dog howls in no time. So that's when I get the dog started up, just put the speaker out the window when Sega's singing. But I think he does it on purpose. Like when he was tasting the foods and stuff when he was over here, and he was just so exaggerating on how bad that was. I was thinking to myself, come on. She wears headphones so she don't put her animals through that. She doesn't want to traumatize them. Last night Sam was cuddling with me. Seg started seeing Sam tagged me. Oh my God. Julie's getting the aftermath. Oh God. He's really thinking, yeah, see, you exposed me to this. Now you got to pay for it. And the looks on their faces too. That's hilarious. Singing Taylor, it depends on how much apple juice he's drink. Yeah. Some of us actually sing better when, when we've had a few. Oh my God. This is doghouse when Seg's around. It's just a wiener, Seg. Open mouth, take it. Yeah, I know. Well, I think that they purposely bought like the cheapest grade of stuff for him to try. That's why it was nasty. He's not here, by the way. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about Seg? Yeah, I don't. Seg's not here. He never comes in here, so don't worry about it. Yeah, see, Julie, you got to get yourself some headphones so you don't become a target. Of course, watch. I just said that he's never here and he's going to show up. Sorry, Seg. We can't control the pets. Hey, V team, how are you doing? We hope you have an awesome weekend too. Does anybody got any good plans for the weekend? Yeah, Seg's probably sleeping. Probably. He knows we all love him no matter what. That's right. Bad voice or whatever. I'm sure he sings very well. He likes to exaggerate it just to get the show going. See, I'm favored. Stark likes me. Good morning, Stark. He's dreaming of us? Oh yeah. Jeez, I hope not. You gotta find better things to dream about. I tell you what the hell, I can't remember it now. Usually I remember all of my dreams. I'll remember it later. I had a weird dream last night. But I can't think of what it was. Hey, girly. Good morning. Purple and Sig should have a little duet, maybe. Oh, stay dry. That's the grand weekend plan. And to see how many quail we get. Oh, nice. I don't know. I don't remember if we're supposed to get rain or not. If not, it'd be great because then I can continue getting this crap finished. Stay dry. Okay. How was girly this morning? Isn't it Purple? It's Purple Ronnie's birthday today, isn't it? He cannot sing anything. I asked him to sing. Oh, okay. Supposed to say, oh, Purple. Oh, okay. I never heard Purple sing. Don't feel bad, girly. Every time I talk into my phone, it always types out totally something different. Or it won't pick up what I'm saying, but it'll pick up what my husband's saying across the room. You got to love the phone. And then my trouble is I forget to proofread it, and I just hit send, and it's some messed up message. I fell out of my chair laughing when he sang this shoot shoot song. Oh, jeez. I posted the 3 first babies on your Discord, Laura. Terrible video because of humidity, but they are sweet. To check it out. I actually haven't checked out my Discord in a couple of days. I've been doing everything else. We should have everybody sing happy birthday to Roni. Yes, it is. It's her. Well, I usually sing happy birthday if they're in the chat. Hopefully, she's doing something nice for her birthday. My birthday falls on a Wednesday this year, so I'm going to be doing a birthday live. So we can all hang. Because I'm sure I'm not going to do anything special for my birthday. So I'm just going to make it special and hang out with all you guys. Of course, I always tell my husband it's like a national holiday. It lasts the whole month. I get him with it every year. I say, oh, we got a national holiday coming up. He'll be like, what? What holiday? Well, it's the 17th. And then he catches on. Yeah. That's what I get. I'm going to be doing a paranormal investigation at a 1920s haunted house on Sunday. Oh, lucky duck. I had spirits say hi, Alea, on the spirit box, and that was so awesome. I got it on video. Oh, cool. So cool. Pinky, you have a beautiful voice, by the way. Oh, yes, she does. Very nice. My voice never really fully recovered from the laryngitis I had over a year ago. So I did it damaged vocal cords. It takes me off, but it is what it is, you know. Mine is on a Monday this year. Oh. Yeah, I looked it up. I said, oh, it's on a Wednesday. So I said, I'll do a birthday live. That'll be fun. You want a nice swim for your birthday? I just would love it if they all show up and help me do the work. That would be great. I never expect anything. I get it. Everybody's doing their own thing. My father always makes sure I have a cake, so I'll have a cake. And my son always buys me lamb because everybody gets a big kick out of that. And I said, no, that's what I want because I usually do a barbecue and. I was supposed to go to the canceled Saturday. Oh yes, I seen that. They said that they canceled. That stinks. Actually, I'm hoping to seeing that the weather's going to be decent. I'm hoping to be able to get out and do a little bit of something. I'll have to see what kind of shape I'm in after all this yard stuff. Yeah, that's oh yeah, that's a good question. Did they reschedule with you, Julie? That's it's hard when you get your heart set on doing something like that, and then oh sorry. And it's great you get the opportunity. I got to look into because I'm still waiting to hear about the state hospital that's been closed down here for years. I've been trying to get into that place, but it's hard. It's hard to get in there. I'm just going to keep trying because there's definitely stuff that goes on in that building. It was I think 10 years back, somebody managed to get in and a guy wrote a book about it. So there's some freaky stuff that goes on in that building. And I'm dying to get in there. But I haven't heard anything. My birthday is on Friday in December. You're a December baby. So is my husband. Time goes too damn fast. I can't believe I'm going to be 59. What the flick, man? It's messed up. That's all right. My father was saying that last night. He goes, it'll be a month that my mother's been gone soon. I said, yeah, time goes by fast. It doesn't seem like it's been that long. And I was supposed to take him to go so we could check out headstones and stuff. And we didn't make it this week. So I got to do it next week so we can get that going. So they can get that in place. $59 isn't bad enough. isn't as bad as all that. Oh, good, good. Well, because you're thinking, okay, it's the last of the fives. Now you're getting to the six. That one, I don't know. Usually, age doesn't bother me, but I don't know how I'm going to feel when I hit the 6-0. It's okay. I got a year to. I got a year to go. I've had a horrible week, so it just figures. Oh, and they're not going to reschedule with you. That stinks. Good morning, Roger. Oh, Pinky's birthday's on Saturday. Okay, what are you going to be, Pinky? 23? Just say yeah. Just you're younger than me, Laura. Oh, I'm going to tell everybody I'm 35 this year, and I just have City Miles on my face. That's a good one. All I can say is the blessing of my family is none of us look our age, so I'm good. Because most people don't think I'm as old as I am. It's all right. I'll take it. Start getting the little, the little signs, though. The age is creeping up. Are you going to do anything special for your birthday, Pinky? Tell them they have to buy you a new pepper mill. I'm 56, look around 36, but I feel 106 in the morning. Oh, geez, Roger. Yeah, Roger, you don't look your age at all. I'm officially 29 now. No more numbers. Oh, I'm always thought if I'm going to lie about my age, I'm going to say I'm older so people think I look good for it. That's good thinking, Sage. I always tell people I don't really care, to be honest. I don't. Well, my body feels like it's 109, but yeah, the will is still young and ready to go. I'll be 62. My husband's going to be 62 in December, but I will turn it around 26. There you go. I'm 38, but I look like 21. There you go. Yeah, nice. I think it's just because we take better care of ourselves. As far as, grooming and all of that and stuff. Jimmy's going to be 45. I'll take that. Yeah, 45. Nice. So we could do this hot mess all over again. Might as well do it all over again, right? Oh, it's in September. Oh, okay. And Piggy will be 49. Well, you don't look it. Don't fall for the hype of the electric. Peppermill over peppers. Who stuffs sometimes. Yeah, I don't even. Well, I have a regular, the hand grinder peppermill, which I barely use. I still use the. I just turned 45, but I act like I'm 20. Yeah, rock on. All right. My brain is 17. My body's about 82. I think it averages. I know. So I'm saying, we're sad. We're sad. Why should you do like some of those old guys in the Bay Area here? Do they wear their hiking gear? They carry around like this, hiking, walking sticks, so it looks like their cane. Oh, for 90, I look awesome. I know some people, some men or women, they won't admit their age. Come on, really? My husband hates it that he's going to be 62 and I break his chops all the time. He hates getting older. I said, well, you know what? Suck it up. Nobody likes to get older. You got to do what you got to do, you know? And it's how you look at it. I think we're Gen X because we're like X-Men from all those colored chemicals and all the hose water in 66. Yeah. I know we survived all of that stuff. So, I mean, and now here, half the stuff that we did, it's not good for you. Well, we're still alive. So apparently it couldn't have been that bad. I'll be 59 in August. That day will be the first day of my 60th year. Yeah, that's what I'm headed into. Actually, it's only a couple of weeks. So I just can't look at it that way. Because it's funny because I have, a lot of cousins and stuff, and we're all close in age. A lot of them are already in their 60s. I'm like, oh, geez, my turn's coming next. Oh, God. Next month, it'll be 40 years since I left. So I say, yeah, I don't see, you can't say it like that, Roger. 40 years. That's what kills me when you see, like, or music or movies, and it's like, oh, it's the 30th or 40th anniversary of such and such a movie or something. You're thinking, oh, man. It can't be true. Yeah, yeah, 3 months. Yeah. Oh, what the hell's today? Today is the what? I forgot today. See, I don't even know what the hell today is. Today's the 29th. Okay, so yeah, actually, what? I have 3 weeks, maybe 2 weeks before the countdown. Let's see, 1, 2, yeah, 2.5 weeks. That'll be the 17th. Or when people say the 1900s, and I feel old. Oh God. Ferment the it's different. Look at Blake, Carrington, Anderson, Cooper. Nobody cares for men to get older. They look nice. Women, we get a hard time. Oh, because it's just the way the society is. Women are always supposed to be young and beautiful, and you know. I just, I look at, well, I'm not trophy wife. I've worked hard my whole life, and I'm not one for all of the frills. And I mean, I do love, when I need to, I dress up and look good, but I don't. It's not my first thing. Oh, I got to get up and do my hair and spend 2 hours on makeup. What the hell, man? It's just a waste of life. But these people are very vain people. Some of them, I think, it's too much makeup, way too much makeup. I mean, there's some of them I watch here on YouTube, and yeah, it looks great, but it's too much. Who wants to put all that crap on their face? All that stuff in their hair. I'm simple. Just clean it up, dress it up the best you can, and do something more constructive with your time. Russ said, I know I'm older than Bohemian Rhapsody, Jaws, and Star Wars. Yes, it's terrible. I remember when Star Wars come out, and it was a treat because my father took us. We went to the drive-in to go see that. It was amazing on that huge screen. But yeah, that's old. We don't even have drive-ins anymore. I don't even want to know how old my favorite music turned this year. I know, because it just makes you feel bad. 43 years since I left school. Oh, jeez. And you really don't realize it until 43 years. It's like, oh, God. Just make a pact with those cousins and act like you're all about to turn 40 and just go on around the world or hop and say, we're going to be 40. Oh, darn. They'd be down for it. They'd all be down for it. Yes, it is crazy because yes, now it's known as oldies, Roger. Yeah, or like you're in an elevator. You know, they always played oldies elevator music. Well, that's the music we grew up with now. This was played in an elevator. But that's when it hits hard when they say, "Oh, it's these oldies," or such and such movie is this old, and you're like, "Oh no, no, don't say that." This year, when I went to apply for my old age pension, the staff didn't believe I was turning 65 last April. They thought it was for one of my parents, my twin sister, and I turned 66 this April. So they say that you're looking good. You're looking good. Now, my husband doesn't look like he's going to be 62. And I always tease him. I say, oh, you're, hot, hottie, oh, he always tells me to shut up because I embarrass him. But I said, no, you look good for your age. My husband's always been known to have that baby face. It's always young face. So he's never looked his age. But he thinks he looks terrible. Oh, look at old man. No, you don't look like an old man. I know my taste in music is great. I hear it all the time in elevators and grocery stores. I know. It's just wrong. I'm sorry. It's just wrong. It was just like, it wasn't actually too long ago. My father's 81. And I really just didn't process that, he's old. Until one day I was looking at him and thinking, oh my God, yeah. Because you're still thinking of your parents, being like when you were younger. That's what you still see them as. And, just like with my dad, when he looked at my mother, he didn't see her as she was. He still saw her as, as how he used to see her or how she used to be. Young and beautiful. And that's how he saw her. Let's see. I think they all want to look like a brat. It's really creepy up close. The definition of rock that annoys me now is there's a nostalgia gig in a local stadium coming up. They put rock in the title, but all acts are pure pop and never filled stadiums. Hey, Holly. Good morning. Good morning. 42 in November, but I feel older. I've been told I'm an old soul more than once. He's Virgil age turned 81 end of April. Yeah, it's just, and I just didn't see him as being old until just recently. And I'm thinking, wow, yeah, my father's getting old. Not getting, he is, he's 81. Because now you're just starting to see it in, in his features. And of course, gray hair and what's left of it. Which I got you bitch, you would cut my hair? Yeah, when I get around to it. I'll fit it in somewhere. And I didn't really realize my mother looked as bad as she did until the other day when I was going through my phone. I was looking for a photograph, and I'd forgotten that this past Easter, I put bunny ears on my mother and took a picture. And it's actually the last picture of her. And I was looking at it, and I go, oh my God, she looks awful. I didn't realize how bad she looked. And of course, I don't want to show my father because I don't want him to get upset. And I really didn't want to look at it either. So I'm going to keep it because it's her last photo. But that dementia just tore her up. It sneaks up on us for sure. Yeah, it does. Definitely sneaks up on you. My dad will be 90 in December. Oh, God bless him. 90 in December. I think it's amazing that people can live to be in their 100s and still be a fully functional person. I would love to be able to be that old and still be able to take care of myself and do, for myself. I don't see that happening, but I think that's just awesome that people can live that old and have the stories they can tell. I'm sure Roger, do you ever just sit down and ask your father questions? Because being 90, he's seen a lot, been through a lot. So the stories must be fantastic. I'm 15 years old when I went to the record store. I wanted to buy all kinds of records and said, I know I have those at home. That's how old I am. I inherited my dad's records, so I even have those. Oh, yes, yes. Nowadays, records. What are records? Laura, what's the name of the website where you get your awesome backgrounds? Can you put it in chat so I can take a screenshot of it? It's hard to trust things online because of scammers. Oh, like with the cup and stuff like that? Actually, those, oh God, who? And I could send you the photos. A friend of mine did a bunch of these cups for me, and he found them online somewhere. But normally I just find pictures. You go in, you just type in like spooky wallpaper or something like that. And they usually have free downloads. That's usually where I find stuff. But if you want like the cups and stuff like that, I've got a bunch of different ones I could post. My dad would have been 92 if he were still around. My dad was 93 and didn't look it. His dad was only 75. My other grandpa was 55. You see, my grandmothers only lived into their 70s. So it's great that my father, is 81. Hopefully he's got, a few more years left. Mom was 81 also. So, they both outlived, their parents as far as age. I need to get back to my walks. We had a week. I haven't been able to go out. Wind and dust storms and T-storms. Yeah, well, yeah, that can't be pleasant. The dust storms must be horrible. You get dust and everything, don't you? Yeah, I used to think classic rock was stuff from the 50s and 60s. Now classic rock is light and roses. That makes me really sad. Oh, you're welcome, VT. Yeah, I'll put it in the photos in the Discord. And yeah, but Bill, you guys know Bill from Carburetors and Coffee. He's the one that found the cups, which I thought were awesome. Actually, I would love to be able to have some of these cups made. Wouldn't that be so cool? I'd love to have. I take my picture off of here. That's a cool cup. When you go to find a picture for a headstone, find one from when you were a teenager and she was feisty and young. I love it when people put the photographs on the stones. I heard it's very, very expensive. And I says, you know what? Not for nothing. You could get a waterproof frame and put the photographs in that you have on your own and then have it epoxy to the stone. Same damn thing that they do at the stone place. It don't cost you nothing. So, because I thought about doing that for my mother, but my father goes, no, I don't want to do that. I said, okay. Let's see. Mom is the youngest of four sisters. The next oldest died 81 and 88, 90. Can't believe it when I think about it. Yeah, it's amazing. It's old. So it's great when they could still get around. My mother, it was the second oldest. Her older sister's still living. Actually, they just put my aunt in a smaller apartment, which she had to fit because they moved her out of the house. They did it because she's been falling down a lot. And of course, she's in the dementia stages now, but she's 85. And they figured it'd be easier for her to take care of herself and for them to keep an eye on her in an apartment than in the big house. Um, and yeah, but see, she's got the dimensions totally different with her. My aunt was just the nicest woman, never said a bad thing to anybody, never did anything. It's just very loving and caring. Now with the dementia, she's mean. She's she's turned mean. She says everybody's stealing from her and she bitches at everybody. So maybe it was 80 something years of holding in all of that stuff. She's letting it out. My grandpa Jack died 1 week after his 100. Oh, 100. But he made it. Isn't that amazing? Oh. The women are much older. I knew 2 great grandmothers and both grandmothers. I would have loved it if my grandmothers lived longer. My grandfather's, my grandfather, when my mother's father died when he was 75, I believe. So I was still young. My father's father, I never got to meet him. Here's the kicker. He survived the Holocaust, concentration camps, and he comes to America, and while driving, he was hit by a drunk driver and it killed him. So doesn't it suck? And that was when my father was like 16. So I never got to meet him. I want to live long enough to see Harley's come to be. That old lady's like Sarah, like, oh wow, she's still alive. As long as I'm, functional, fully functional, I would love to make 100. My one grandmother was just shy of 103. Wow. That is just the coolest thing. When my husband used to take care of, it was an independent senior living complex. This was all rich people. So, it was very well maintained. They were well maintained. Most of these people were in their 90s and 100s. And my husband, and they loved him because he would sit and listen to them, the stories he would hear. They're walking history. Like one lady was saying how, the first time they saw an airplane or, when it just, you don't fathom, when the first time they saw an airplane. We're still, we grew up with that where everything was all brand new to them. So it's pretty cool. My mother's headstone out of really thick steel that he cut into heart shapes. I got it to bend to look like a book. He welded pretty metal flowers on it. Oh, that sounds nice. We can't do that kind of thing here, Pinky. We can't make up our own and put it there. They don't allow it. She worked as a hairdresser until she was 99. Oh, right. See, that's the trick. They always tell you, oh, you got to retire. I'm telling you, everybody I know that is retired don't live long. The trick, you got to keep going. You got to keep working. You got to, I'm not fully functional now, so it should be. Julie, I know I'm not fully functional either. But I mean, we're still able to do stuff on our own, kinda. So if I could just keep it the way it is and be in 100, that'd be awesome. My nan was 91 when she passed, and my dad was 73. It's been 3 years since he passed. It goes so fast, doesn't it? It goes too fast. Well, like the funeral home sent a booklet to my father about people who are in mourning, and they say it takes up sometimes 2 years. It could take some people, it's a lifetime, but you still just go on with life. Because my father's, he doesn't really show it much, but I know he's having a hard time, and it's when he's by himself. So I try not to let him be by himself that much. He, like I said, I'm always downstairs throughout the day with him and doing stuff with him, and then my sister and brother-in-law will take him out to breakfast on the weekends. And we're keeping him busy. And then, every day he has dinner with us so that, he's not eating by himself. Unless I'm making something he don't like, then he'll go get something else. But the trick of it is you just got to keep moving the best you can. Keep busy. My mother was 76 when she passed. And it's funny how we all have a different time limit, Now, see, my husband's family, a lot of them died young, but his mother lived to be 85. But his father was only 75, I think, when his father passed. And then my husband, both his sisters are gone. They died young, which makes my husband nervous. I says, well, I mean, you're not them. His oldest sister, she passed. Oh, God, it's been 7 years now, I believe. But his younger sister, she died when she was only in her 30s. So it's, everybody's got a different, time. And I told him, I says, well, be happy you made it to 62 and you're still going. I just think he's too damn cranky. So he's not going anywhere soon. The older he gets, the crankier he gets. I'm like, what the hell, man? I already have my gravestone because I want it the way I like it. I have it at home. Some people say that's so morbid, but I think it's important to plan it. Oh, it is important to plan ahead. Actually, I told my husband, I said, we need to get on that. I said, because we have nothing planned. Because my husband never wanted to do anything with it. Every time I would bring it up, he'd go, I don't want to talk about that. So I said, yeah, but now here we're getting old. And I don't want to leave that all up to my son. So, and we could do pre-planning and then pay for it, until the time comes. At least, I said, otherwise we're going to all be buried in the backyard because that's as far as we got. My grandfather who walked the Trail of Tears was killed in a car wreck. I know that they make it through something so tragic like that. And then they get hit, die in a car wreck. That's just, talk about unfair. I still feels like a few months since he's passed. I have no idea if my mother is still alive. She walked out when I was 13. Oh, well, her loss, right, Holly? Her loss. I kind of think we have what we have, so may as well make the best of it. You're right. Exactly. Because my husband will get in that, oh, this, that. No, I go, okay, you have your pity party, because I go through it too. We all go through the pity party part. But then I always remind myself, all right, suck it up, move on. Because all they do, you're just wasting time, the pity party. Everybody's got something in their life that sucks. And we just gotta deal with it. Yoga, I used to love doing yoga. I probably should start doing it again. Maybe I won't get as many cramps. Enjoy yoga class. You have a great Friday, great weekend, Michelle. Do a little yoga for us. I know I'm not as flexible as I used to be, so I don't. I should start doing it again. The problem is I got the dog. I know if I get down and start doing yoga, the dog is going to be all over me. I keep telling my husband he can't reach about his body. He wants to sit and lay around instead of working. I do more physical activities than he ever did. Yeah, that's what I told my husband. Come on, we got to get the trash out. We forgot. I need your help. Okay. Hey, Simon, how are you? Good to see you. She lived to 103. Used to yell at Dad, drive faster, drank sherry, ate biscuits in the nursing home. Got a boyfriend at 102. Rock on, Grandma. Oh my God, that's something. See, we all got to do that. We all just got to keep going. I know. Way to go, Gran. Woo, she died happy. Oh my goodness. The people that were born like in 1960 and 1920s didn't eat all the chemical stuff. That's the thing. That's the thing. Because my husband bitches about it now. And I says, you know what? It's too late for us. We're already contaminated because we've been eating this crap for years. So even if we started now, I mean, it might make it a little better, but this stuff is still in our bodies, and it's the truth. There's so much crap in our food. If I had the space to grow everything, I would. But like I said, damage is already done. I had 2 weeks shy of 101 when she died. Isn't it great? Isn't it great? But the thing, and they lived to be that old because they were healthy as far as the food. I mean, they grew their own food, like Sage. I mean, you guys, do everything in the more natural way. So it's the stuff we get in the stores is awful. It's just awful. That's why we're so well preserved. Yeah, oh, geez. I remember one time we had bought, and this was Walmart, and I don't care if I'm getting a bad rap from Walmart, but we bought ice cream sandwiches from Walmart. And we're all sitting outside and we're eating this stuff. And we had one that was sitting there. This is when we found out the stuff was fake. How do you make fake ice cream? The stuff wasn't melting and it was like 80 degrees outside. I was like, oh my God. I couldn't even understand how do you make fake ice cream? The same thing with fake cheese. It's plastic. So we really need to pay attention. But they aged quicker. Hygiene and air pollution were way. Yes, they did look older than they were. We're all contaminated with microplastics. That's why we all have cancer. These different things before the 1900s, and we didn't have that issue. Exactly. I was having that conversation with my father the other day about how I wish they would go back, get rid of all this plastic garbage, go back to glass where it was recycled, reused. You know, but they won't do that. They're bitching about the landfills and all the plastic and all of that. But then when you go to somewhere or you order food or something, they give you like 400 things of forks and knives all in plastic. What the hell am I going to do with all this garbage? Like I had one of my son's girlfriends thought I was nuts. She looked at me like I was crazy because when you use like the Ziploc bags to store food, now if I'm storing vegetables or whatever, just general stuff in the Ziploc bags, I wash them and reuse them. And she looked at me like, what are you doing? I said, I'm washing the bag. There's nothing wrong with it. Oh, well, we just throw them out. I go, why? I says, if you can reuse it, and it wasn't, anything that had raw meat in, I won't reuse. But just general stuff, why can't you wash it and reuse it? As long as the bag is still good, you know? Hey, Andrew. Oh my God. Good to see you. It's been a hot minute since we've seen you. Hope you're well. So yeah, she looked at me like I was nuts because her mother, would use the bag once and throw them out. That don't make any sense to me. Wash it, dry it, put it away for something else. They say it takes over 500 years throughout the plastics to biodegrade. Yeah. So reuse it if you can. Plastic shopping bags. I don't throw those out. I reuse them over and over until I blow a hole in it. And then, okay, I love it. There's a group, I've seen this online where women in retirement homes will take old plastic bags and they crochet them into mats for homeless people. Brilliant idea. It'll last forever and don't have to worry if it gets wet because it's plastic. They could dry it off. And it makes a comfortable mat for these people to sleep on instead of the ground. I thought that was a brilliant idea. In England, there are some forks. If you could have takeaway. They use made of wood. See, now that's a good idea. Small text at the bottom. If you can read this, you're standing on my head. Oh, Jesus. Take the plastic utensils and plastic tubs, anything reusable, to senior centers or shelters. At least get to someone who needs it. That's a good idea, Pam. That's a good idea. Because I don't like to throw that stuff out. So, I've got like this big container of plastic utensils. I mean, we use them for like picnics and stuff, and then we wash them. But a lot of people just throw it away. Pre-atomic bomb testing after this. That the entire world's polluted with it. Yeah. I just think, well, like when they tried the paper straw thing, that was just a train wreck. That didn't last very long. I mean, you get a drink and 2 sips out of a plastic paper straw, and that was it. The straw was no good. Just drink out of the cups. What the hell with the straw? Julie, there's an old picture of downtown Vegas with mushroom clouds in the background. Oh, wow. I know. Isn't that scary stuff? We're still living in scary times because you're getting, reports about how Putin is doing testing and all that. That man's insane. That makes me nervous. There is no surviving that. I don't care what anybody tells anybody. There is no surviving any kind of a nuclear attack, nuclear fallout. It's just there's no survival. And if you do, you're so contaminated, and it's just. I'm old enough to remember how we used to take the bottles back, and they would be glass, and they would get pop and refill them. Yeah. Well, see, we have a dairy here that still does that with milk. You get the glass bottles, and you bring them back, and what they do is they sterilize them. They reuse the bottles. Paper straw wrapped in plastic. Yeah, I know. What sense does that make, right? And that was just it was a crash and burn paper straw. So stupid. What's wrong with just, if they want to get rid of the plastic straws, don't use straws. Just have people drink out of the cups. I mean, it's a paper cup with a lid on it. Take the lid off and drink out of the cup. Pretty simple to me. People are lazy and they get used to stuff and they bitch. Oh, I didn't get a straw. What, you don't remember how to drink out of a cup? When do you learn that? Like when you're 6 months old? I think you can handle it. Well, think about it. When you go to like Poland or Russia, do you think garbage dumps? I don't remember ever seeing any garbage dumps in Europe. Yeah, we have, a lot of landfill. It's landfill because you see the pipes sticking out of the ground. So it releases the gases. Some have to use straws. Yeah, you're right, Julie. And I have straws at home, but I wash them and reuse them. Again, we don't use them once and throw them out. I had to use straw for Mom, and we would just wash it and reuse it. They burned plastics in incinerators in England and turned them into pellets to put in creams and scrub faces. Oh. Canada went a bit harder on the straws and plastic utensils. I had braces and had to use straws. Yep. Yeah, but it's like I said, nobody reuses anything. Everything is a throwaway. And they make a big deal here about recycling. And we recycle, but then when my husband said he went into a recycling center once, they make us separate everything. You got to wash it, separate it, and put it out on a certain night, and it goes to the supposed recycling center. And my husband says when he was in there, he's seen the trucks come in, and they make us go through all this separating and all this, and all gets dumped in one big pile. So why do you got to break our chops? I have lovely metal straws. Oh, I haven't tried those metal straws. Nice. There's an island in Scotland where the Brits tested biochemical weapons. Anthrax. Nothing lives there now. No wildlife, no worms, nothing. Not even birds. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. So these crazies that think, oh, that they could survive nuclear war. Hello. There is. It's awful. I mean, Chernobyl was a prime example. Yeah, there's people that live there, but they are changed. Their bodies have changed. The ground, everything has changed. So everything is contaminated. I even see it on a documentary where they were even the insects, like the spiders, aren't normal webs. Everything is messed up. The only thing that wasn't contaminated, believe it or not, which is amazing, is the fish. The fish have something in them where they can clean that poison out of their bodies. So the fish are healthy, where everything else is messed up. Genetically, everything. It's just paper straws don't even last a day. Oh, paper straw. Like I said, when they first come out with them, and we got it. I think it was McDonald's. I think, or Wendy's. It was one of those dumps. You took like 3 or 4 sips of your drink, and then the straw fell apart. I said, well, this was a big waste of time. So I just drank out of the cup. Just don't make any sense. We used to have landfills, but now we don't have any more. Everything is recycled. Yeah, the majority of our stuff is recycled. So they say. I don't believe it. Because we have, I mean, growing up, I don't remember landfills. I don't. We had dumps. And they were just giant pits with all that stuff thrown in. And stuff was separated. A lot of things like, with metal refineries, that they would refine metal pieces and stuff like that. Well, according to this documentary, Julie, I seen it. They said that the fish were not, at first they were affected, but then they had something in the fish where they were able to clean the chemicals out of their bodies. I'd have to find the documentary. They said it was the only thing that wasn't altered, like, food and the plants and the bugs. That was a while ago. I'd have to search for it. I used to love going to the pop shop as a kid. I picked out a soda by the color, and then you used to turn old bottles to get new soda. Yeah. I hate that all soda and stuff is in plastic. Everything tasted better when it was in glass. We have recycled politicians, same crap, different faces. Yeah. Well, because they make the money for that, that plastic surgery. A lot of plastics are not recyclable here. Yeah, we have a good share of that too, because there are a lot of things they won't take. Do you want to get rid of our nice, good old Ford trucks? But when you're gonna have a bunch of pollution from the places that make computer systems, it's so stupid. I know, really. Well, not for nothing. There's somebody I know that's looking for a vehicle. I says, don't buy the new ones. All the new vehicles are garbage. Get an old vehicle. You can repair it yourself. It was made well. Nowadays, everything is disposable. You get in a wreck today, your car's totaled because it's all plastic and crap, styrofoam. My sister had a Jeep and it got hit. The bumper come off, and inside the bumper was styrofoam. What the hell is it? Plastic and styrofoam. Cans. I like soda out of cans. Yeah, that's what we get, cans. And if we can get bottles, which is very rare, sometimes you can get Coke and bottles, which is nice. You're paying a little more, but all right, fine. But at least, it could be recycled and reused. Chernobyl, the wolves are twice the size. Yep, deers are the same. People are the same. And the dogs, and oh my God, they're huge. The flowers got 2 heads. And they should only have 1. Yeah, everything's really weird. It's really weird. And there's a lot of people that still live in that area. The worms Why are they the size of dinner plates instead of small ditty things? Scary. Scary, scary, scary. Hey, Catastrophe. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Welcome to the crew. The gasoline we have now will destroy engines that are before 2000s. Yeah, yeah. It's just, and this is all supposed to be for the benefit of the future. And they're screwing stuff up. They're just screwing stuff up. We're doing fine. How are you? Glad you could join us. A view, 1999, still basic maintenance myself. I joke. As old as some of my coworkers. Yeah, you've just. It's like my sister's looking for a new vehicle because hers is on its last legs. I said, don't go for anything new. You can't repair it yourself, for one. They do that on purpose. So that you have to go to a dealer or a garage. Because even my son, he's a mechanic. And he always fixed all his own vehicles. And now he bought an older one because you can't afford the machinery to repair the vehicles. And it's just ridiculous. Our mileage is worsening too. Yeah. And then when they were trying to push the electric cars, I get it. I think an electric car that you're going to zip around town is great. Okay. But if you're taking a long trip, not good. It makes the trip longer. And then, hopefully most places now have charging stations. And also you got to charge these things at home. So that's another added expense. You've got to run a special electrical line to plug the damn car in. So that costs a fortune. And if you live anywhere like I do in New York, where it gets cold and batteries don't go well together. So it's pretty much worthless here. And then if the battery goes on the vehicle, the battery costs more than the car does. So where are the benefits to having one of those? Three-eyed fish from Simpsons was seen in Futurama. Oh, Jesus. I'd say a bunch of dogs that lived in Chernobyl that are doing okay. Those were like super dogs. Yeah, everything is just, it's weird. It was weird. And I've seen there was a lot of old people that were still living there and growing stuff in the ground. And they all, they're all contaminated. It's just, a lot of it might be low grade, but it's all right. There's no good when you're dealing with, amen, I'm in Canada. Yeah, electric car in Canada. Yeah, that's just not gonna. It just drains the battery. One of the problems with electric is the cold. You can't anywhere where it's cold. Forget it. Batteries and cold weather do not go together. Hello, Alessio. Good afternoon to you. So yeah, that was one of the first things that my father bitched about. He goes, "How stupid are people that buying these things? Don't they know that batteries in cold weather don't mix?" And so it's if you're in California, hey, or all the places where it's sunny all the time, rock on. Not here. It's just not it's not a good purchase here. See, we don't have charging stations all over America, and people do not understand that. I've got into an argument with a Californian, and he was just an ass. Yes, they don't understand it. We don't have them all over. So if you're traveling across country, I do not recommend using an electric vehicle because you're not gonna get to where you got to go, and it takes longer. When you had a trip and like when we would travel to Missouri, it would take 12 to 16 hours, depending on how fast my husband's driving. All right, it would double it probably if you use an electric car because you got to stop every so many miles and charge for 30 to 40 minutes. I don't want to screw around with that. I want to fill it up and go. The biggest problem with electric vehicles is that when they break down, you can't move them. They're locked to where they're, yeah. So that's there you go, another expense. It's got to be towed. You can't push them. We have electric car charging stations in England now, and service station and restaurants there. Also, in the supermarkets, we have charging stations for electric cars. Yeah, the Aldi's here, they just put in charging stations at the Aldi's. And I think there's like 2 people in our area that have electric cars. It's just, I don't know. Like I said, if you're going to use it, it's, you're just going to putt around town, fabulous, and you put it in a garage. But a lot of us do a lot of long travel, and it just doesn't make any sense all the way around. You go to the dump or the pick your parts and see what they have for most of you buy old cars, carburetors, manual, and you're good. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what we do. Mostly you go to the salvage yards. We've got one, it's called Vince's You Pull It. You go in there and you take the parts you need and pay for them, and which are dirt cheap, and then you go put it on your car. The newer stuff, forget it. The Californian didn't understand where I live. The closest city I have is 2 charging stations. I've seen 2 charging stations. Yeah, so that makes no sense whatsoever for you, Julie. Not because you have to travel long ways, and they don't get it that where you are, there really isn't a thought or a need for charging stations where there would be in a bigger city. So how are you going to make it from point A to point B and you got no way to plug your car in? Lots wrong with electric cars. The batteries cost too much when they die. Oh, yeah. They cost more than the car does. It is. It's cheaper to get a new car. Yep. The charging takes too long. Can't beat petrol or diesel. Yeah, exactly. Here, it costs more to produce the electricity than it's worth. Though maybe with gas prices, not so much now. Yeah, the gas prices are going up, but it's still, you got to think in the long term, it's still cheaper. Because I remember somebody was saying how, well, I've got an electric car and it saves me so much money. I go, how did it save you money? What did you pay for the car? First of all, okay, you have to plug it in when you get home. Do you have a plug at home that supports the electricity for that vehicle? No. So now you got to pay an electrician to install that special line because it has to be up to a code so you don't burn the house or the neighborhood down. So, and that's not cheap. Electricians are very expensive. So there is another added cost. Plus, like you said, it gets well below freezing. Yeah. So it doesn't make any sense for you to have one in certain states. It just doesn't. So let the Californians enjoy it. They could plug in and drive away all they want. Here, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Yep, they put the ethanol because they're trying to get us to get rid of our older cars. So they make all those dependent on electric that they control with the computer. Yeah, so yeah, we always get older vehicles. I heard they want to tax the Amish for not using electricity, which is so wrong. Oh, that is BS. I'm sure people will fight that. The Amish have nothing to do with modern conveniences, so they shouldn't have to pay for any of that. They don't use it. I hope some Gen Z had a really good engineering degree and loved the old things and invent a way to adapt old stuff to fit modern pollution standards and filter ethanol out of the gas. We have a few places around here that have non-ethanol gasoline, and that's what we use. Because not for nothing, it does ruin the vehicles. It ruins your lawnmowers and your snow blowers and your weed whackers, and because it eats up the seals and stuff in them, so it makes everything leak. and faulty. So, we have a lot of non-ethanol places around here. They're so evil. Oh yeah, there's always an agenda, and we're the ones that always have to pay the price because it's always the middle class and the lower class people that do all the work and pay through the nose, and the rich keep getting richer. I mean, they're still working on hydrogen vehicles, or ethanol destroys small engines. Oh yeah, it does. It eats up that's what we all of. If you ever you look on like your lawn maintenance uh, gadgets. Oh, God, my brain's not working. It tells you on there you can't use that stuff in those because we had a weed whacker that my father was putting in the regular gasoline, the mix that you put in, and it ended up eating the seals up on the engine, and gas was leaking all over. He had to replace all of those parts so that we could use the machine. And that's what it does to your cars too. Yeah. And if they are telling people to turn off their air conditioners and because the grid can't sustain regular electricity, how are they supposed to charge up all of their cars? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because when the temperatures get pretty high there, it's a strain on the electrical grid, and it just I don't you just don't get. The thinking is it's money. That the bottom line is money. The people that are coming up with this crap are making bank off of it, and the majority of the population are just sucked in because they don't educate themselves. Oh, the same. I must have just said there. It says, and they want to make us all dependent so that we could be controlled. It's like my mom said, it's like a cow voting for a butcher. Yeah, that makes what's happening now that Epstein files really let us see. Yeah, that's it. They want us to be cheap, do as you're told. Solid and get rid of all these old politicians. That's the part of the problem. Our president is only allowed to run for 2 terms, but the House can run until they drop dead. No, we need to wipe the whole thing out. It should be just like everything else. You only get so many terms, you're out, and then a new crew comes in. Even though the new crew is probably going to be worse than the last one, but it's hit or miss, right? And the government just upping ethanol levels to 15% in gas instead of 10 now. Oh God. So it's going to be even worse. It'd be kind of nice to figure out how on own filter oil fast foods. I did see something about that where somebody, oh my God, was actually, yeah, filtering the oil from fast food places. Okay, I don't know what the hell that was. It just drove by my house. And they were using it in the vehicles. And of course, when you drive around, you smell like French fries. Oh, God, I don't even remember where the hell I saw that. Politicians 2 terms max. Yeah, I agree. But you get these people and they're set for life. And they're in there until they drop. And they're the same crooked bastards that you got to put up with every year for decades. That's why things don't change. So I think they should same with the president. You get your 2 terms and then you're out. Get the new blood in. But the problem is the new blood is trained by the old one. I always said it's if you're not a part of the clique, the club, forget it. You don't get in, you don't progress, you don't get anywhere. You got to play the game. If you're not willing to play the game, you're not going to get anywhere in politics. It's just a big bunch of shit. I have my sister's got a friend. Her son always wanted to grow up and be president. I go, don't do that. You're wasting your time because you're a good, honest kid, and that doesn't work in politics, unfortunately. You might start out that way, got great intentions, but as further you go up on the ladder, if you don't join the team, you're not going to get any higher. You're not going to go anywhere. I said, become famous. They make more money. Literally, positions charge the Amish a tax for not using electricity. Oh, you know what? If I was the Amish, I'd tell them what to do. They're not bothering anybody. Leave them alone. God forbid, because they can't suck extra money out of them. Honestly, I saw some antique shop that had an old iron wood burning stove. I feel like collecting pine cones and lighting the wood burning stove and trying to find a land somewhere. I actually have a wood burning stove in my basement. My father won't let me use it. It's a one for a kitchen because he's worried about fire. But if I could get away with using that, I'd shut the gas and electric off, and I would just do it old school. It'd save a lot of money. Eating babies doing crazy. Oh, it's awful. They redacted the names of those all the people with the money controlling everything. Yep. And the politicians get all kinds of kickbacks. Oh, definitely. Because we just went through that here, where we had this brand new hospital built. There was nothing wrong with the old hospitals. All they had to do was update them. And it was all a money-making scheme for the politicians in our area. It had to be put down in the worst section of town, which is downtown. Nobody wants to go downtown, but now we have no choice because they closed the other two hospitals. And the area that we have to service is ridiculous. And we have one hospital. Okay, you want a new hospital? Great. They should have kept the other ones open. Because now when you go there, you're in the emergency room for 12 hours. We had the other hospitals open an hour or two tops that you'd be in the emergency room. It was just all a money. And the people that were all involved were the big wigs in the city. They all made bank off of it, and we're paying the price now. It's just total BS. Still want to win the lottery, buy a ghost town, build a commune off grid. There you go. I'll sign up for that. Even small town politicians are corrupt. Yes, they are. Oh, yes, they are. Please, the mayor for our village, what a joke. Freaking, and it's a big clique. What a joke. And you know they're making money because the guy that runs the DPW here for our village, he drives around in $100,000 truck. And he's the garbage man. Come on. And with the taxes that we pay, and we're only getting one trash pickup this season, which we all should bitch and complain about. Just, get me rolling on that. Just bullshit. I think so. I think they're going to use a lot of people as an excuse to scare us into doing whatever they want. But really, it's just rich people. Oh, jeez. That's so gross. Unfortunately, just, my husband and I, we would be the ones that would get locked up, and a lot of my relatives, because we don't follow the norm. My husband always butts heads with government, always. So, bye, Miss Betty. You have a great day and a great weekend. Actually, it's the 2-hour mark, guys. I'm going to let you all go. Now that we're all riled up, let's get something done. I want to get this day started and get some things going before I run out of gas. But as always, everybody, thanks for your support. Thanks for great conversation. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. It was good to see some older faces and pop in and new faces. So hopefully you guys will be back. You never know what we're going to talk about here on the Morning Brew. So until then, guys, have a great Friday, great weekend. You'll see me again on Sunday when I do the miniatures. But until then, guys, have a great day. Love to you all.